Get in there, my son. Where are you? Hey, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United. Happy Erik Tenharg Day, everyone. Hashtag ETH Day in the live chat, peeps. Get in there. How are you all doing tonight? Thank you very much for joining. We've got a late night Man United news show for you. We're going to be getting into all the evenings United news, all the latest little tidbits and bits of information that have come out in regards to Tenhard's appointment today, of course. We did a video earlier on it today. We were live as the news broke, but we're just going to be, covering what's happened since then, sort of the bits of information that have come out, and also talking about the potential for Tenharg and who he's going to bring in this next upcoming summer transfer window, and also which toss pieces he's going to get rid of as well. Thank you very much, guys, for getting in. I can see the live chat's already popping off. Sorry for being late. I've had all sorts of technical issues with my PC trying to get this stream set up, but we are here, I think, coming through loud and clear. Let's get a hashtag ETH in the live chat if you can hear me. Hey, everybody in the live chat. Takashi, United Forever, Ezio, the Cake Cadet, Lamonge, Top Notch Tom, William Reedy, the Vootinator, Aaron, Flabby G, Simon Almeida. Hey, we got a new member of the Bacon and Egg Brigade. Hey, get in there, my son, a new member of the channel. It is T1. Thank you, T1, for getting in here and becoming a member of the channel and supporting the show. Everybody, let's get your favourite Bacon Brigade emoji in there to welcome T1 to the membership. Thanks so much for your support, man. Get in there. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express, T1. Appreciate you. Right, okay. Legend, man. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. JW, VBN, AR Dan, Johnny, Batman Night Fan, Gurdeep, JR, Mark Coughlin, Callum McFarlane, Leo Rose, A Busy the Beast, the Cake Cadet, Michael Myers, and everybody else as well. Sorry if I missed any of you there, but there's a lot of you in here right now. Do us a favor at the start of the show. Smash that like button on the video. Hit the like on it. Give it a cheeky little thumbs up. Share it around on social media as well. That'll help us out loads. And do get your thoughts and opinions in the live chat. We will be, dipping in and out, getting your thoughts and opinions. So have your say. Gungshi, Roshmano, Miss Gucci, Alec Williams, Mon the Celtic, Callum Karen, all you legends. Mikato, great to see you in here. You must be all buzzing about it. Do get your thoughts and opinions in about the appointment of Tenhard. So we've got news in, obviously, today. Manchester United made it official this morning that Erik Tenhard will be the next permanent manager of Manchester United, taken over at the end of the season, essentially. And, bits of information have come out since then. We've got an update in regards to his assistant here from Fabrizio Romano from this afternoon, which says that Mitchell Vanderbik has already accepted to join Erik Tenhard's staff at Manchester United. Green light from the Dutch coach arrived 1 week ago. Contract details are still being discussed, while Steve McLaren had direct conversation with Tenhard on his possible role. So it's understood that Tenhard would like to sort of get Steve McLaren in potentially as a link for English football and himself, obviously having worked with Steve McLaren previously, and Steve McLaren's got that previous with Manchester United. And also English football, and also Dutch football. So it does actually make a little bit of sense in those regards. So we have an update from Fab there. We've also got an update from Simon Stone for the BBC, who said that so Tenhard wants Steve McLaren with him at Manchester United, as he can provide insight into the club and English football. Sources say no appointments imminent, and club intend to work with Erik Tenhard on support staff to identify gaps needed to be filled. So still not 100% sure exactly what sort of backroom staff will be coming in over the next couple of weeks. But certainly people like Steve McLaren on the list at this moment in time as people that could come in to support Erik Tenhard and his new job here at United. Come on! I think let's just get into my feelings on Erik Tenhard, guys. I did talk about it earlier on the video, but some of you probably weren't around as it was the morning. But yeah, obviously really happy with the appointment. Hey, look. Is he like one of the best coaches in the world in terms of what he's won and the biggest trophies and all that kind of thing? I mean, he's not won the biggest trophies in the game. His record over in Holland is very impressive. He's won stuff over there. He's also done well on a very limited budget in the biggest European competition, the Champions League, for a team, relatively for the team that he is. So I think he's shown great abilities and great potential, plus stylistically is what is important for us Manchester United fans. Yeah, you could go out there and sign some, manager like a Jose Mourinho type, who's got the credentials, he's got the record, or Antonio Conte. We were talking about Conte previously before he went to Spurs. Somebody like that, but are they really going to be the right fit for a long-term vision of Manchester United of trying to build a new philosophy, a new style, and a style that is actually befitting of Manchester United? I would say no. Whereas this guy is his philosophy of what he could potentially bring to Manchester United is much more in keeping with what I think us fans want and what I think we want to do as United as a club. Yes, we want to win. That's the primary thing, but we also want to win well. We want to play nice football. We want to be entertained. And I think it's fair to say that the last few years, or certainly since Fergie's gone really, we've struggled in all departments there, whether it was Louis van Gaal's crabtastic sidey pass football, or David Moyes' ginger goblin football, or Jose Mourinho's Park de Portuguese bus football. Whatever it was, it's not exactly the United way. Now, we always go on about the United way, banging on about the United way. It's not the most important thing. The most important thing is results. But it would be nice if we could play the United way as well as get the results. You see Kloppy and Pep do it as City, playing in a nice way, but still getting results. That's what we need to do. So I'm happy that we've appointed somebody that seems to have that vision, that seems to like to play football in that certain way. And it will take time, obviously, to get the results. It will take time to build this team and get this instilled into the team. But I'm just happy that we're going down that path rather than going down the path of some defensive negative twat, to be honest. So there you go, guys. Get in there. Erik Tenhard buzzing about that one. Hey, we got a super chat from Michael Myers. Thank you, Michael, for getting in here. He says, I'm excited for United. The league is most healthy when you get Liverpool versus United and you don't know who will win, as the clubs are so even. So true, mate. Well, it should be the biggest game in English football, shouldn't it? Absolutely, it should be. It's the two biggest clubs in terms of history and who's won the most things within the game of English football. So absolutely agree with you, Michael. And from my point of view, yes, I would love to see that rivalry come back where we're actually up there competing, with the likes of City, Liverpool for the title. That's what we need. We need to have that rivalry. We don't want to be second best, mate. We shouldn't be second best to anybody. We should be on an even keel at the very least, competing for all things. So I couldn't agree more, Michael. You're a Liverpool fan, but you're a sound one, lad. And you're also a Gammon Gang legend. Let's go. AR Dan says, hope he swaps Maguire with Daley Blind. Hey, we could do a lot worse than Daley Blind, couldn't we? He may be 32 now? But I tell you what, I was a little bit sad when Daley Blind went. I'm going to be honest. He was versatile. He could play CDM, left back, centre back. He was actually a very, very decent player, Daley Blind. We could do a lot worse than Daley. Thank you so much for your comment, AR Dan. Hey, Gungsty's got in here with a super chat, raw. Thank you, Gungsty, the only mate. He says, Tenharg is a manager on the rise, not on the decline like LVG and Jose were. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Spot on from the main man, Gungsty. This is it. If you look at somebody it's hard to really get a suitable comparison, but okay, well, obviously not really. Well, Klopp. Okay, Klopp. So Klopp, before he went to Liverpool, obviously he was at Dortmund, he'd done well. He'd got to a Champions League final. He'd maybe won one or two things, did he? In fact, I don't know if he did it. Wasn't he known as a complete final bottler before going to Liverpool? Or maybe he won one or two things over in Germany. But essentially, he'd shown huge potential. He'd shown the ability to take, a team further beyond their means, really, and get far in competitions and just do well and develop teams and have a good style and attacking play. And so, therefore, Liverpool were getting somebody with a lot of potential. Well, this feels, okay, maybe he's not quite as at the place where Klopp was. Klopp was getting into Champions League finals. Well, this guy got to a semi with Ajax, which in itself is a big achievement, winning trophies over there. I mean, there's some sort of similarities you can make with the upturn in careers here. You're hoping that Tenhard could come in with this raw potential. And that's what it is, really, because there's no Premier League experience here. He doesn't have, the credentials of saying, I've got these many Champions League winners' medals, these many La Liga titles, okay, he's got the Eredivisie, but no Premier Leagues. Or it's a different animal, different footballing culture. So he's going to have to come in here and do well, but he's got the potential. I totally agree with you, Gungshi. That's it. He's exciting and he's got potential as a manager. He's on the rise. That's exactly right, Gungshi. Thank you so much, mate. Hey, Leah Rose says, fingers crossed this is the start of a new beginning. Instead of looking back, maybe as a club we'll start progressing forward. Hashtag progress. That's all we're looking for, isn't it? Going in the right direction. We know that it's not going to happen overnight, but you just want to see the foundations being laid. Hey, look, you might finish fucking 7th in your first season. Like we were just talking about Klopp, what he did at Liverpool. It's not easy when you've got all these bunch of melters in the team and you've got to slowly add puzzle piece by puzzle piece every single transfer window until you've got a decent squad, a decent set of players. Well, he's done that now, but it wasn't always the case. They weren't always able to, challenge for the title. They've had to build that up over years. It's exactly what we've got to do with Tenhard, just allow him the freedoms to get rid of players, bring players in over many different transfer windows, shape this squad, instill his philosophy and develop this team. So it's going to take time. But I think it's going to be a very exciting period of time for Manchester United because of what he could bring to the table in terms of exciting football and developing players. I mean, I've actually got a list of all of the players that he's ever signed at at Ajax. And you know what's quite interesting is we were just talking about Daley Blind. Daley Blind's the most expensive player he's ever signed for Ajax, and he cost £14 million. Right, so in terms of resources, I'm pretty sure that's true. Anthony was 14 mil as well. Quincy Promes was 14 mil. Edson Alvarez was 13. Dusan Tadic was 12. You know, those are his most expensive signings at Ajax. So you're talking about somebody who's got a proven track record of, well, living within his means, but also, you know, exceeding expectation based on the sort of actual amount of money that he spent, which is very big in terms of what Man United are trying to do. Because if you look at what we've done over the years, we spent big money on big name players, and they've just been all more or less big flops. It's a nightmare. So really, it would be nice if we could spend our money a little bit wiser and acquire the right sort of players who have got the right mentalities and who can take the step up. Yeah, exactly. He says Haller. Exactly, Billy T. Haller is on this list as well here. Where is Haller? Haller, I believe, cost £675,000, mate. I believe that's what they paid for him. That's what I've got in front of me anyway. I could be wrong. Hey, but anyway, nice. Oh, nice one, Berber, mate. Tenhard rebuild. Absolutely, mate. Be interesting to see, you know, what sort of players, you know, you think he's going to bring in. And also, I mean, we're going to pretty much get into this in this video as well about who could be coming in. Thank you, Owen Lam. We've got a Scousey in the live chat. He says, quality appointments, in my opinion, la. Hey, fair enough to you, Owen Lam. I think it is a good appointment. And also, he's somebody that is supposed to not take any shit. And when you've got a team that are sort of in the position where we are now, where we're not running around, not really fighting, working for each other, these players need an absolute kick up the arse. And hopefully he's going to be that man to come in there and just do that and just literally take no crap from anyone. From what we've heard, he is a bit of a disciplinarian. He expects a certain level. He expects intense training, expects intense work for the team on the pitch, off the pitch. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. I want to see this Manchester United side kicked right up the arse. They've been lazy. There's no other word for it. Recently, they've been lazy. They seem to just have lost that ability to fight with the opposition. They lack in the heart and intensity that we need. So somebody like this could maybe come in and really help us. Takashi says, I'm pretty sure United fans will lose patience like always and blame a brilliant manager like Tenharg and say we should have taken this guy or that guy. Key is stay patient and back him. Great comment, Takashi. Exactly, yes. It might even go backwards before it goes forwards in terms of like league finish. We've just got to hope that the foundation's being laid, and you want to see some progress, but I'm not expecting immediate overnight success. It's going to take at least 2 seasons to get competitive, I think. So the first season is just about getting rid of all the shit that we've got at the football club and signing in new players and trying to replenish the squad and plug all the problem areas we've got in the squad and trying to sort of just establish a style and establish a way of playing and a confidence and a belief. And then really in the second season, I want us to take the step up and get in the mix. And then the third season, we've got to be obviously challenging for everything. That's how it works. But I think if we can't expect anything to sooner than that. Yeah. Liverpool scummers getting in it. Anyway, hey, there's 134 legends there right now. Do us a favor, guys. Smash that like button. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on the stream. Give us a cheeky little YouTube algorithm boost and drop a thumbs up on it. And also get yourself subscribed if you're new to the channel. You only need to be subscribed for 1 minute to chat. So if you're watching this for the first time and you want to have your say, hit the subscribe button and in 1 minute you will be able to speak and have your say. Okay, so yeah, all the signings that he's ever made for Ajax are very cheap. If he's actually given a big budget, so there's lots of reports coming out today that he could be given a £200 million budget. I personally do think that that's absolute BS because it's unlikely we'll do that. That's ridiculous spending. We might do it, but it's very unlikely. Maybe if we were to sell a bunch of players, let's say he doesn't want Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I don't know, Crystal Palace come in with a £35 million offer for him. That could generate some cash, which you can use on transfer. Maybe Martial gets sold to Sevilla and he generates some cash. I'm not suggesting that all of this money that United are going to spend is just going to come out the fucking, the coffers of the club or, the Glazers' fucking back pocket, because that's blatantly not going to happen. What's going to happen is we're going to generate cash, obviously, from our transfer sales, but also from players leaving in the summer, coming off of our books in terms of wages that we're paying them, that's going to free up some money to be able to spend and also sign players up and pay their wages. So some of it's going to be from Tenharg's ability to get rid of players, I think. He's obviously been given certain freedoms if he's going to take this job, I believe. Some of the freedoms surely are his freedoms to shape the squad and sell who he sees fit and sign who he sees fit, surely. Otherwise, why the hell would he want to take this job? So he's looking at the squad. It's a terrible squad. He's probably got to get a lot of them out. Well, they could generate a few million quid by selling a few of these players also. Then there's players leaving on freeze. Then we're going to have a big transfer budget anyway. I'd expect Manchester United, regardless if we didn't even sell a single person, to be spending somewhere in the region of 100 million to 150 million this window, just because of how many players we do need to sign with all these free transfers going. Yeah, that's right. Sham says budget is not a problem. We need to buy players who win trophies, not players who sell shirts. This is not what the Glazers want. Great comment there, Sham. Great comment there, Sham. Absolutely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We've seen us sign big name players who haven't really lived up to it. They've sort of caught the disease at United when they've come in as well. We do need a different class of player at United. We do need maybe a younger player, hungrier player, a player who's maybe stepping up to United as opposed to coming across from another top team just for a payday. You don't want that. You want players who are absolutely fighting tooth and nail to impress for United, who are doing their very best to, better themselves from an individual career, but also for the team, and are really hungry. That's what you want. You want players who are ready to take the step up and be a quality player at United for years. Not just somebody coming for a payday playing the piano like Alexis fucking Sanchez or whoever. You got to sign the right type of players. Couldn't agree more. And then in terms of budget, well, Tenhard is known to be able to sign players on a shoestring budget. £14 million, the most he's ever spent on anyone. That was Daily Blind from us. So if he's going to spend money frugally, well, he might be able to sign a lot of different players, but maybe he'll be capable of signing some players for not that much money. Yeah, we're being linked with players like Declan Rice and Harry Kane and these sorts of guys. I don't think we're seeing those guys coming at all. There's no way United are going to spunken 90 million quid on one player when we've got 5-6 positions in the first team that need strengthening. So that's out the window, in my opinion. In terms of who Tenhard could bring in, I think he's got to be looking at a different class of player, which we'll get into in a little bit. Hey, Michael Myers has got in here, man, with a super chat, man, getting in here raw from Australia. He says, all of you saying 9-0 LFC, the team has to want to play for the manager and each other. It's been obvious from earlier on in the season, this team does not. You watch the difference when it's reversed. Hey, fair play to you, Michael Myers. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope we do see a big difference with Tenhard coming in and changing that mentality at the club. It's been a strange season. They sort of just tailed off. Ollie got sacked. The heads went. There's all talk about players leaving in January. There was a lot of up in the air player sort of situations at the club throughout the season. It's been a bit of a nightmare. I think you've seen them not really excel. You've seen them not really fulfill what they should have done. And a lot of it is, I guess, because of the upheaval that's happened at the club. The fact that they just bottled it. The fact that they had nothing to play for in terms of trophies because they bottled it. But now they just seem to have really they don't care. Because I don't know what it is. We've still got a chance for top 4. But just recently, they do seem to just not be running as hard as they should be. They seem to be, not working for each other as hard as they should be. And that's just fundamentally wrong. Whether or not you're a good enough team or not, whether or not you're, organisationally good, or whether or not you've got the individual talents within your side, you've got to be working, fighting, tooth and nail, getting stuck in as best you can, 100%, 110% effort every single week. And I'm not sure if we've seen that. So I really do hope that, Tenhard gives a rocket up the bum. I mean, if you look at Klopp the other day, Jurgen Klopp, and his Liverpool side, he's going mad at Virgil van Dijk for making a little error, right? Well, they were already fucking winning the game. They're already winning the game 3-0 or something at that, 2-0 or something at that time. There's a certain standard. There's a certain, there's a certain level that's expected from Klopp and his players, and a certain effort level. And if you don't give them that level, they're going to fucking go mad. That's what we need. There shouldn't be any acceptance of mediocrity here. Paul Pogba shouldn't be jogging around one week and getting selected the next. That shouldn't be how it works. So I do hope that Tenhag's got the strength to come in and assess this squad and go, you know what? These guys need a fucking absolute reshaping up. The cake in thank you for your super chat, mate. He says, Atkins 21, keep or sell pig. Hey, he's a great classy player for the future, that one, my son. Give him a few years. He's going to be the next Ruud van Nistelrooy, my mate. Thank you, Kate Connect. Can we get some soos in the chat for these legends who super chat? Thanks, guys. Logan Wolfen says he will be renamed Erik Tenharg when United finish 10th next season. Yeah, good one. Rushmano comments, subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much, Rushmano. Do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. And drop a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get 100 likes. Berber says, this is the first time we have actually appointed a manager since Sir Alex Ferguson. The other guys didn't officially have that title. I mean, Joseph Mourinho won all those trophies and stuff. Okay. I don't know what, maybe I could see what you're saying in terms of the style for what Manchester United need. But obviously Louis' achievements in the game and Jose's achievements in the game completely surpass Erik Tenhard's achievements in this game at this moment in time. But look, that's not what it's all about. It's all about what's good for Manchester United, who's got the potential to do what in the game as well. And I think that we got those managers not in the best times for their careers, whereas this guy, we're getting him when he's ready to flourish. And so for that reason, yeah, I do think it is a really good appointment, a managerial appointment here. You remember when we appointed Rangnick, guys, it was kind of like, doesn't really make sense. Just doesn't really make sense, really. Yeah, okay, he's not managed for a few years. He's got that history, he's got that experience. Makes sense for a consultancy role going in behind the scenes. But it doesn't really make sense as the manager, not really. Whereas this guy does make a lot of sense in most departments. He's got the youth development side covered. He's got the ability to sign gems and develop players covered. He's got the style of football that we're sort of looking to emulate and play covered. And he's got the record covered as well. Like, okay, you can't really go on this, but I'm looking at Tenhard's record at Ajax. Well, it's a different league. It's totally different to the Premier League, but it's actually ridiculous, his record at Ajax. So he's had 210 matches managing them. He's won 156 of those, 25 draws, and 29 losses. It's pretty ridiculous, really, with a goal difference of plus 400 over that time and 5 trophies. Now, people will say, oh, it's the Eredivisie. Okay, fair enough. He's not the only team in the Eredivisie, though. He's still got to beat them. There's PSV Eindhoven, there's Feyenoord, there's FC Twente. They're probably shite these days, I don't know, but Steve McLaren did all right with them. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of different Dutch sides who are all vying for the same trophies, but he's obviously doing absolute bits over there. That fills me with some confidence, but at the same time, I fully know that the Premier League's a different animal. He's got Klopp and Pep at the top of the tower. They've got the superiority at this moment in time within the league. It's about trying to close that gap. It's about one day eventually toppling those twats. And that's not going to be easy. That's not going to be easy, guys, because they're really, really well-seasoned quality managers with quality teams now. Okay, so let's just get into the some other bits of information that come out, guys. Before I get into the transfer sort of information here, I just want to talk about Tenhard and what's come out. So as of today, Tenhard's working in both roles. This is a bit of information we got out as well in regards to United and Ajax. So obviously he's doing the training, he's doing the games, he's obviously coaching Ajax in the full capacity still, but he's also on the old blower to Manchester United regularly, having conversations, talking about players maybe that they can start the process on bringing in. Of course, he wants to get ahead on the opposition, really, and he's going to be coming in end of the season. As soon as he does start work, he would like it, I'm sure, for there to be a couple of wheels in motion. So this is what's going on. He's in constant discussion with Manchester United in regards to transfers and things like that. Now, not necessarily is anything major going on in the works there, but just in regards to, United are not going to be signing any players without Erik Tenhard say so, essentially. He's going to be in the loop. He's going to be given, he's going to be given all the information, and he's going to have his say as well, even before he's actually an official, before he's actually officially begun work, if you know what I mean. So that's good news, guys. He's already on the blower. He's already in deep communication with Manchester United and stuff in regards to who could be bringing in. We have an update here as well from Laurie Whitwell and various different sources that say that negotiations for Mitchell Vanderbik are at an advanced stage, and Steve McLaren's also under serious consideration. Other potential candidates have been discussed, so we're just waiting to bring you a bit more on, who's going to be United's next assistant. So sorry to Michael Myers. Sorry I missed his super chat, mate. He's sending another one in. It says cheeky donation towards Mark Harris's super chat. Hey, thank you so much there, Michael Myers, my friend. Appreciate you getting in again, man. Poch could come in at Christmas, says Madhouse. You mean manager? They were named head coach. Tenhard has full control, says Berber. Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, we've got some information here that says that, he's made it clear to Man United that it will not be in the thick of any commercial operations as previous United coaches have. This was part of negotiations. Erik Tenharg wants to be in charge of the football project and nothing else. This was from Rob Blanchett earlier. So, slightly different to what you were saying. But hey, fair play, mate. Hey, look. Horses for courses, isn't it? I think I know what you mean, but at the same time, I don't. Mikey, thank you very much for getting in here, dude. With your super chat, he says Tenhard's first new player, second new owners, third. Well, really, yeah, that's going to have to be in that order. Ideally, it'd be the other way around, wouldn't it? Get those shit owners out first. But I agree, Mikey. That's it. They're not going to go anytime soon. All we can really hope for is that we've got this new manager comes in who can develop this team and get the best out of this team and get them to perform even whilst being shackled by the gash glazers. That's all we can hope for because they're not going anytime soon. They're just not. Hopefully they do, though. AR Dan has been a member for 19 months, mate. Thank you so much. He says, my only hope for this season is to beat Arsenal, then wait for the reset in the summer. It will be a tough season with the World Cup in winter, says AR Dan. Yeah, that's right. I know. What a shitter of a season, mate. Fucking fuck FIFA, man. Bunch of corrupt bastards, by the way, for allowing that one to happen. Let's award it to Qatar. And then afterwards, by the way, it wasn't part of our initial approach, bid or whatever it was. They're just going to move it to the winter. What the fuck? Oh, it was disgraceful, mate. Absolutely disgusting. But anyway, yeah, AR Dan, it does mess up the whole season for everybody. It will be a tough season. Thank you so much, AR Dan, for supporting the show all that time. Can we get a hashtag 19 months in the live chat there for AR Dan? Thank you so much, man. And get those hashtag glazers out in the live chat as well. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Lots of legends in the live chat here, man. So many legends. Hashtag 19 months. Berber says hashtag 19 months. Thank you so much, Berber, and everybody. And AR Dan for supporting the show for that long. You're a legend. Okay, so yeah, that takes me on to that. So Rob Blanchett did say that Ten Hag's made it clear that he will not be in the thick of the commercial operation as previous United coaches have been. This was part of his negotiations. Erik Tenhard wants to be in charge of the football project and nothing else. This is a big cultural shift for United. So this is what's been reported by Rob Blanchett anyway. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully he's just, that's it, focusing on the football. It's not like the olden days really where it's not been like that for a while, I don't think, anyway, at Manchester United, really. So Alex Ferguson, he was a manager, he was a coach, he was of a family club. It was a different sort of environment. He'd be on the phone trying to get the transfers in. He'd be going to see future young signings and, trying to sign them up. And he'd be doing all different aspects of the job. So it has changed and the game has changed. But hopefully Erik Ten Hag could just focus on the football. We've got Ralph Rangnick going into a consultancy role. You've got Darren Fletcher in a technical role. It's like there is some football men in there now. Hopefully they make life a little bit easier for Ten Hag and give him what he needs. Because he does need serious resources for this job. Interesting. So okay, right guys. So Erik Ten Hag as let's get onto the transfer sort of information we've got so far about Erik Ten Hag and who he could bring in. So thanks everyone for joining. Do have your say now as well. Get it in the live chat who you think we should sign. But he's been given certain assurances over his input on transfer decisions. And he will be given plenty of money at Manchester United as well to help him build a new squad in the summer with all those players going. And just the fact that we need it. So he's going to be given a lot of money. We already know that. But that's the assurances that he's been given, essentially, because the squad is that far away. If you expect a manager to challenge or get in the top four or do anything like that, well, you better invest heavily in them, especially when they've got a shite squad. So he's coming in here. He needs all the help he can get. United reports of a £200 million budget. I think that's obviously pretty ridiculous, but I think we should spend 150 million, and that could be 100 million from just the budget, and then 50 million from players that we've sold in this summer transfer window that can generate that extra cash to be able to reshape the squad. That's what we need to do. But he's already identified that we need to get a new centre-back, midfielder and striker. So The Guardian, various different other reports coming out to say that, well, he's identified that we need a centre-back, a midfielder and a striker. I mean, it doesn't take like an Albert Einstein to to figure out that one, does it? And really, we need a lot more than that. But either way, yeah, that's absolutely true. We do need to get a centre-back in there, someone to replace the fridge, Harry Maguire. We do need to get a midfielder in there, two midfielders in there, really, to replace Pogba, who's going, Matic, who's going. And then also we do need to get a striker as well, because we've only got Cristiano Ronaldo as a proper recognised forward once Cavani's gone. So, that's obviously who we've got to sign. Those are the bare 3 minimum players and positions that we have to strengthen. But realistically, we've got to strengthen in many areas. 2 midfielders, forward, centre-back, maybe even a cheeky little right-back as well. Are Dalot and Wan-Bissaka really, truly good enough? I would say no, if I'm being brutally honest about where their future potential could go. They're still both young. They still could maybe surprise me. Dalot's good going forward, not good defending. Wan-Bissaka's good defending, not good going forward. They're not well-rounded enough. They're just not good enough. Really, that could be an area we look to strengthen in the team as well. But certainly, lots of positions in this team need looking at. In terms of budgets, in terms of where we're looking to spend the money, we're not going to sign Declan Rice, guys. I can't see us doing it. We're not going to sign Harry Kane, guys. I just don't think we're going to put that sort of level of investment in there. If we're going to go sign a player like Darwin Nunes, who's strongly linked with a move to Manchester United, who's a little bit cheaper, who's got that potential, who's 22. That's the sort of player we're going to go for. We're going to go for a younger, hungrier, and let's face it, cheaper player. And it's not because we're going to cheap out. It's not because we can't spend the money. It's just that we've got to spend the money in so many different areas of the team that it doesn't make sense to spend 90 million on any one position. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Unless you can get a couple of free transfer signings, of course, like Rudiger. That's a bit of an X factor. If you could maybe pull off something like that, then maybe that frees up money to spend 90 million on one player. But I really don't think that we should be looking at doing that, really. We should be trying to sign 5 or 6 or 7 really good players for 30, 40 million quid. That's what we should be trying to do. Not trying to sign 1 player or 2 players for 150 million pounds. I think that would be a mistake. We need to sort of spread our bets a little bit. Sometimes players just flop for whatever reason as well, no matter how good they seem before they're coming. So you don't want to just be lumbered with one player. You don't want another Lukaku situation, another Pogba situation, another Alexis Sanchez situation. You want to sign hungry younger players. Kate Cadet says, Pig, sometimes in Monopoly I get lucky and receive $50 in dividends. So why the hell do the Glazers take 150 million? It doesn't seem fair to me. Nothing's fair about the Glazers' ownership, really. They're allowed to buy this club with money they don't even have. Nothing's fair about this ownership, really. It's a disgrace and a nonsense. Roy Keane would be throwing punches at them. Mark Coughlin says, let's not spend 150 million on Rice. Definitely not. Hey, Jarvis Cocker, you done? What's happening, mate? He says, Tenhard plays fullbacks like Pep and City. Inverted fullbacks going inward when attacking, not overlapping fullbacks, says Jarvis Cocker. Interessante. Well, this is it. This is it. He's going to have a look at our wing-back positions, I think. I think you've got good wing-backs. None of them are great. And we want something, he's going to have to go and shape the squad how he sees fit and get somebody in regards to, how he wants to play. So those guys are okay. I'm not saying they're bad. It's not like they're the key areas of the team you need to strengthen, as I've said many times. They're ideal. In an ideal world, you would sign some new fullbacks, in my opinion. But you've got to get a centre-back, you've got to get 2 midfielders, you've got to get a winger, and you've got to get a forward player before you even bother about the wing-backs. We've got Tellers and Shaw over that side, we've got Wan-Bissaka and Dalot over that side. None of them are great, but they're all good. So, so they're not exactly the positions that I would be too worried about unless they're luxury positions, aren't they? Luxury signings if we strengthen there. Anyway, Darwin Nunes, guys. Darwin Nunes is high up on the list of forward players that United are potentially going to be signing for Erik Tenharg this summer. He could be available in the region of 50 to 60 to 70 million euros, which is a hefty amount of money, but it does represent pretty good value when you see how many goals he's scoring and the potential that he has, obviously, and the quality of player that he is. We'll have to wait and see. It's not guaranteed he would take to the Premier League immediately, but he's definitely a player that has got huge potential in the game and that loads of different clubs around European football are interested in because he's going to be one of the next big stars, I think. Wherever he ends up in the summer, I'm sure he'll make some headlines next season. So Darwin Nunes continues to be strongly linked with a move to Manchester United, and with Erik Tenhard coming in, that's only going to get more and more so because, well, he's the type of player that Erik Tenhard would like to sign. Yes, there you go, Jarvis Cocker. So they're key in the way Tenhard likes to play. We need a top striker, says Mark Coughlin. Precisely. So maybe Darwin Nunes could be on the list there. We've also got, like we were talking about earlier on in the video today, there was reports that came out that said that United view Darwin Nunes and Ruben Neves as cheaper alternatives to Harry Kane and Declan Rice, which is basically what I was just saying earlier in regards to that doesn't make sense to go and spend all your money on 2 players like that which they are really good players and they would be really good for United. Declan Rice, 22, doing bits for West Ham, England international, but not £90 million worth of player. You can go and get maybe Tielemans and Neves for that sort of money. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. It's not a good deal. United need to look for more sensible options and try and cover all areas in the team. Nunes and Neves would be absolutely fantastic options. Hey, Callum, thank you for the segue. Callum, he says Milinkovic-Savic. Thank you so much for the segue here because, yes, Milinkovic-Savic is also being reported and linked constantly, it seems, at the moment, with a potential move to Manchester United as a replacement for Paul Pogba, should Paul Pogba leave in the summer, which it looks like, thankfully, he will be. There's also other players as well that are constantly linked. Jude Bellingham. So Borussia Dortmund are reportedly hopeful of tying Jude Bellingham down to a new contract to ward off interest for his services this summer. I mean, he would be a fantastic sign for United. He is only 18, but if you're talking about 18-year-olds in the game, yeah, I mean, he's one of the most developed, he's one of the best, and he's one of the ones with the brightest future in the game. It'd be very, I mean, if he keeps his head screwed on and he keeps his feet on the ground, it would be very unlikely that Bellingham doesn't have a top career in the game, just based on what we've seen for somebody his age and how good he is at his age. He's got 6 goals and 13 assists in 40 appearances for Dortmund this season, Jude Bellingham, and he's only 18 years of age. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable. He's already a really great player. He's already affecting the game and running the midfield and, and scoring goals and getting assists. At 18 years of age for Borussia Dortmund, one of the top German sides. That sort of says everything, really. And he's also played for England a bunch of times as well. It's not like he's just doing it over in the German league. He's been featured for England. Gareth Southgate's given him opportunities and stuff like that. And he's looked good when he's played. So he's somebody that I would absolutely go for. Yes, Bellingham definitely. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would like to see Bellingham come in. But again, with Bellingham, as we just discussed, it's the price tag that may be the issue here because he's still tied up for a couple of years. They are hoping to sign him up to a new long-term contract as well there. But he did sign, it says that, so Bellingham's existing contract does finish in 2025. And he only just penned a new extension last summer. So let's face it, it's unrealistic that you could get him for anything less than similar sort of money, I personally think, than what you had to pay for Jadon Sancho. 60, 70 million pounds for this sort of player. Maybe it's worth it in his case because he's literally 18 and he's already a really great player and he could go on and do some fantastic things. And he's English as well, which does help with the sort of homegrown status for United. So somebody like that would be a great signing, but is that too much of your transfer budget up in one go? Hey Nut, he comments 69. He thinks nah. Mark Coughlin says yes. Takashi says no. Butterpants says yes. Naz says yes. Dean says yes. What about Calvin Phillips, says Bernard Fortune? Hey, good option, mate, and a good budget option too. Couldn't agree more. I think we could definitely do worse than Calvin Phillips. I do rate him. He's an industrious player, and also he's somebody that could be available for more like 30 million quid instead of 60 or 70 million quid. So good call in regards to him, my man. Okay, so yeah, lots of people liking Jude Bellingham here, guys, and I like him too. But he's on the list. So's Milinkovic-Savic. These guys are all possibly linked with a move from Erik Tenhard for Manchester United. He wants to bring in various different midfielders, a centre back, and a forward player at the very minimum. Okay, so also news coming out that says that Erik Tenharg wants to give Donnie Vanderbik a chance at Manchester United. Of course he does. I think he's worked with him previously. Now, I don't know if Donnie's going to be cut out for the Premier League, really. He's not getting in Everton's team, is he? He's not really exactly amazing from what he's done at United. He's not come on the pitch and made you guaranteed that he has to start the next game by scoring a worldie or doing something majestic, really. He's also not been given a true chance. So I do feel for the guy. But look, he could be like a new signing in itself. We have to wait and see what goes on with Donny van der Beek. If he comes in, if Tenhard looks at that midfield and says, okay, we need to sign like a boss, defensive, destructive type midfielder, yes. But what about giving Donny the cheeky mantle of being that creative player there? I don't know how Tenhard is exactly going to use Donny van der Beek at this stage, but he knows him, he's worked with him, and he might well give Donny van der Beek a good opportunity to play in the midfield of Manchester United. Let's just ask in live chat, is Donny good enough to do that? Is Donny good enough to play like, a playmaker sort of role for Manchester United next season? Yes or no? What's your honest opinion? You know what? He does have class, He does have class, the Saint. I think he's great on the ball. He's got good passing ability. Is he robust enough? Is he physical enough? Well, you don't have to be. Look at Scholesy. Scholesy, okay, he could slide into those crazy tackles, but he wasn't exactly keen in terms of defensive prowess. But the point is, he was just a creative beast. Yes, says Fahim. No, says Madhouse. No, says K-Wars. No, says Vincent Bullet. No, says Nas. Johnny's a joker, says Arctic. Yes, says Playmaker. Yes, says Brian Foskett. You ruined him, says Takashi. Yes. Bruno all day. Not really, says Butterpants. It's a bit split in the live chat, isn't it? So my opinion on Donnie is maybe. That's it. It's a bit of a boring answer, but he could do it if Tenhard can get the best out of him. He's got great abilities on the ball. If he's given the right role to do in the squad, I could see him being a success and doing the job for us. Same time, though, there's nothing to suggest up until this point that he will be that man for us. Just being real, he hasn't had that many chances, but when he has come on the pitch, whenever he has played, he's not really done that all that much. So there you go. But also, yeah, so he will want to keep Donnie Vanderbik. He's also supposed to want to really keep Marcus Rashford as well. We don't know this at this moment in time. He's only just got going, but these are some reports that are coming out of the club. Is that Rashford it's been linked with moves away, obviously, this summer. But it's understood that he's already had a conversation, already essentially said, that Rashford's somebody that he'd like to stick around for now. The board was very impressed in speaking with Tenharg on the build-up to appointing him as the manager as his long-term vision of the club. And so I think they've had a conversation about some of these players already, who could maybe be part of these long-term plans as well. And Rashford, to me, is a player that United should keep and give a chance for the next season. Yeah, he's been absolutely nothing short of Kieran Dyer this fucking season for Manchester United. Pitiful, in fact. Disgusting performances from Rashford. But we know he is capable of a lot better because he's done it for seasons after season before this gash season. And the whole team's been shit this season. So I'm going to give him a slight benefit of the doubt, right? Let's get Rashford out, says Takashi. Let's get a vote in the live chat. Rashford in or Rashford out? To me, I'm still Rashford in, even though he was shit again in the last game. To add to the many, many, many shit performances this season, I still think he needs somebody to come in, give him the right coaching, give him the arm around him, give him that belief and confidence back, and get the team firing around him as well, and him as part of it. And he may well still be revitalised and go on to be one of the best English players in the future. I still think that that's possible. But based on this season, you'd have to say he's absolutely bloody gash. But you can't really base it on this season alone. It's been a terrible season for all concerned. New guy comes in, gives him a chance, coaches him well, and gets the best out of Marcus Rashford again, and we see him come back. That's what I think. That's my prediction. That's my prediction for next season. I feel like Tenhard's going to get Rashford back to his best. I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, then I apologise, and maybe we should have sold him this summer, but I think we should keep him, and we should give him a chance, and hopefully he'll come good again. But there's nothing to suggest right now that he will. But he needs to re-kickstart his career, doesn't he? Sham says Rashford in. He will be a different player next season, 100% in. That's what I think as well. I think with a new style, with a new coach, with a new confidence, the team in general should be a lot different. And hopefully he will be too. Wanja Roby says in. Dizzy Red Devil, my man, says in. Rashford out, says Flabby G. Give Trashford until January, says Big Up. Well, that's fair, isn't it? If he's going to start the next season as he's ended this one, or just played the entire season, then yeah, he's obviously not fit to be United. But hey, look, I think he could have a good future in the game. What's that? Takashi, I can bet you, Piggy, will flop this season again. $200 bet. Want to take it, says Takashi? What, you think he'll flop next season? Well, define the limitations of flop. How we defining that? We have to define it. But I'll take that bet with you, mate. I'll say Rashford won't flop next year. That's my prediction. Rashford will not flop next year. Not like this year, anyway. Not like this year, mate. Nowhere near as bad as this year. But I'll take that bet. Okay, so Rashford stays, could do anyway. It looks like that's going to be the case, unless there's a huge offer comes in. But what you have to ask yourself is, why would Manchester United want to sell somebody that is wanted by a lot of other clubs? Let's say a big £75 million offer did come in from PSG or Real Madrid or whoever. Well, there's a reason for that. He has got value, and he is wanted, and he has done some pretty good things up until this season. I mean, remember, last season he scored 17 for us in all competitions from wide. That's not bad. That's not bad, is it, for a 23-year-old at the time? I'd say he needs a little bit of time, needs an arm around him. Hey, K4 Murphy. Hey, no worries. I hope you're good, man. Thank you for getting in here. Sorry if I missed any of you legends. Living rent-free in your heads in here as well. How you doing, mate? Bets on. it's live on this video. Well, okay, Takashi. Well, we got to define, we got to define what it is. I bet you he doesn't have as bad a season as this season in terms of assists and stats. I would go as far as to say he'll double it. There you go. That's my parameters for the bet. Rashford will get at least double the goals and assists that he got this year, right? Rashford goals and assists in the Premier League I'm talking about. Okay? That's my parameters. I'll make that bet with you, my son. Okay? If you're up for it. So which is a pretty fucking, that's a pretty savage bet, really, mate. Doubling it. Look, I actually need to look what he's got. But let's just have a look at the current season. Statistically, nice. Yeah. 2 goals and 2 assists. 4 goals. He's got 4 goals in the Premier League and 2 assists. I bet you he gets at least 8 goals and at least 4 assists. That's the bet. I agree. Nice one, Takashi. I bet you he gets at least 8 and at least 4 assists next year. Or just 12 contributions. Over 12 contributions. That's what I'm saying, mate. Bets on. $200, little man. All right. Okay, let's do this. Hey, we got 150 likes, guys. Get in there. Please do smash that like button on the video. If you're just joining us, have your say, get in here. Do hit that subscribe button if you're new as well, and get involved in the chat and the banter with the legends here. Hey, it's Mark Harris. How you doing tonight, mate? He says, good evening, schlags. I'll hold the 200 quid. Hey, nice. We better put it in escrow into Mark Harris's bank account. Nice one, dude. No less than 8 goals, says Takashi. He can't finish for shit, says Takashi. Well, okay. Well, he got 17 the season before, Takashi. It's funny. People slagging off Marcus Rashford at this football club, right? You've got every right to this season. But you actually don't have a leg to stand on previous seasons, of which I've gone over very many times. You really don't. Nobody does. He's really not that bad, guys. His statistics for Manchester United have been impressive up until this season. So I'm just going to get his stats up for all seasons here. So last season for Manchester United, bear in mind, we weren't amazing last season either. But last season, he's got 11 goals and 11 assists in 37 Premier League appearances. 22 goal contributions in 37 games. Very respectable. Nothing wrong with that. The season before that in the Premier League, 31 appearances, 17 goals, 9 assists. That's 26 goal contributions in 31 Premier League appearances. That's fucking good. Nothing wrong with that. The season before, 18-19 season, 33 appearances, 10 goals, 8 assists, 18 goal contributions in 33 games for a young lad at the time as well. Nobody's got a leg to stand on criticising Rashford before this season. This season, he's absolutely shat the bed. But bearing in mind those stats that I've just seen, I'm super confident Rashford's going to get that bet for me. I'm super confident he's going to win that bet for me. Because this is a freak season. It's actually, if you look at his other seasons at the club, he's developed and he's done really, really well. This season, he's done shit, as has Bruno Fernandes, as has a lot of the players who are supposed to be the big ballers in this team. Everybody's had a shitter, my friend. So I think new coach coming in, new approach, it's going to revitalise Rashford's career. So yeah, guys, smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that Rashford gets more than 8 goals next season in the Premier League. Smash a 2 if you don't think he does. Let me know, because that's we've just made a cheeky little bet. I'm very confident of winning that bet, mate. That's easy money, that is. That's easy money, mate. Rashford's going to do at least that. AR Dan agrees. Takashi doesn't think so. Sapphire disagrees. Madhouse, Ninja Starman. Okay, a lot of people disagree, but you know what? I'm confident in my bet there. Nice one, Playmaker. Nice one, United Forever. Thank you, Rush Mano says, enjoy. Yeah, that's it, mate. We got that huge dub. Easy money. Right, anyway, easy money, mate. Easy work. Right, so Rangnick was involved in the final stages of the process to hire a new manager as well. And he's going to be helping oversee and bring in players and get rid of players. He's obviously assessed the squad. He said recently, United need as many as 10 new players coming in. So if he's going to have any input in regards to consultancy of, or signing players, then that's going to be, it's going to be good. That can only help us because he's a realist and he's keeping it real and saying it how it is and saying what we need. Vutinator Jarvis, so long as the leechers leave Rangnick and Tenhard to do what they're good at, we can start to move forward. Spot on, mate. Mark Harris says, you made me laugh. Revitalise Rashford's career. Hey, he can revitalise his career, man. The new coach is going to get him back to best. Trust. He will. He will. And if he doesn't, well, then at least we tried. You know, he's not just, I don't think we should discard Rashford just based on this one season. I've just gone through his stats there. They're very respectable. Very respectable stats. Not this season, but the previous seasons. He's done well for us. So I don't think we should just chuck him away based on this one season, but there you go. Also, right, Ajax starlet Jurrien Timber, heavily linked to Manchester United as well. Whether or not we go and sign this guy, it's another question. It depends on some of the other targets we've got as well, such as Pau Torres or Antonio Rudiger. But maybe this young guy could be linked with Manchester United as well. He's had 39 appearances in all competitions this season for Tenhard over there. And he's somebody that has been linked heavily with us. So he's somebody on the shortlist as well that could be approached from Manchester United. He wouldn't be a heck of a lot of money either as well. So there's another link in terms of a centre-back, but certainly centre-back needs to be addressed. Antonio Rudiger's my preferred choice at centre-back. Pau Torres would also be a very good signing, I think, for us. But if we're talking about strengthening all areas of the team, Rudiger on a free transfer is the very best we could do, I think, because it allows you free money elsewhere to strengthen. Guys, who would you like to see come in at centre-back? If you could sign one player, realistically, who would you like to see Manchester United bring in? There's a few players, Koundé, Torres, there's Rudiger. Let us know who you would most like to see Manchester United sign in a centre-back position this summer. Maguire, says Rightis. Get him signed up to a new 5-year deal, son. McTominay and Maguire out, says K-Wars. BSOD, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. He says Rudiger or Timber. Yeah, nice. I like your style. Koulibaly, says Kane and Jonky. Stam, says Ruthless Sausage. Yeah, I'll get onto that in a bit, Vincent Bullock, actually, lad. Dejan Lovron, K-Wars. K-Wars says Rudiger. Rudiger, Dejan Lovren, are you fucking mental? Anyway, Sven Botman says Playmaker. Timber says Madhouse. Gary Neville says Kaden. Right, okay, so yeah, so he's linked anyway. Timber, and I would like to see us go and get Rudiger, if not him, maybe Pau Torres. Right, so Christopher Nkunku set to stay at RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig CEO Oliver Mintzlaff has insisted that Christopher Nkunku will not be leaving the German club during this summer's transfer window. So he was a player that's been linked to us recently as well. He scored an impressive 30 goals and got 20 assists in 45 appearances this campaign for RB Leipzig over there, which is pretty damn impressive. And because of that, a number of clubs such as United, Arsenal, Inter and AC Milan are believed to be keen on signing this guy in the summer. A recent report says that we'd have to spend around about £52 million to sign him. He scored 17 goals in the league and got 15 assists in 30 league games. Just ridiculously good stats. Then again, I've seen Timo Werner putting those sorts of stats in the Bundesliga, and he is decent, Timo, now, but he's not exactly a world beater, is he? Whereas he did look like a world beater in the Bundesliga. So, got to take it with a pinch of salt, in my opinion. The Bundesliga is just a bloody German farmers' league, son. You know what I mean? A couple of good teams in there, 3 good teams. Everybody else is shit. I'm just kidding. It's actually a pretty decent league, but it's not as good as the Premier League. It's still a farmers' league in comparison because there's three good teams, really, and everyone else is sort of much worse. So for that reason, the stats, I think, get a little bit inflated. Look at Jadon Sancho's stats in the Bundesliga. Look at Werner's stats. Look at Havertz's stats. It's hard really not to get overinflated stats in the Bundesliga because I just don't think it's as deep or as strong or as tough as the Premier League. But then again, it is still a good standard league. I'm not going to slag it off. It's a good standard league. It's better than the French league, definitely. I mean, they've got great top teams as well. But Sancho, big, there you go, Josh Lee. As I was just saying, absolutely. Sancho, Havertz, Werner, because of the goals that are scored there, it doesn't impress me very much, man. I know what you said. It doesn't impress me much. Hey, fair play to him. I'm sure Nkunku's he could be a good signing for Manchester United, I'm sure. But I also do think we could do better getting somebody else. But hey, he's decent, man. Okay, just a couple of other players linked, guys, which I'm going to cover very, very quickly. So, yeah, there's Tielemans, there's Neves, there's Declan Rice, there's Milinkovic, Savic, there's Bellingham. All these players are hopefully one or two, we can sign one or two of these players in the summer. Centre-backs, we've just gone over. Strikers, it's really well. There's only a couple of people linked to this moment in time. You've got Kane linked. You've got Darwin Nunes linked. Maybe you could see Vlahovic linked. Lewandowski linked on a free at 34 years of age. Still would be a great signing, though. Don't think that's going to happen. Don't think he's going to come to us. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to wait and see what goes on there. But it's looking interesting. Anthony is on the list as well in terms of wide players. He should be a candidate that Tenhard brings in because of his Ajax connection. He's there at this moment in time, and he's actually probably target number one in terms of realistic possibility that we go and sign him. Just because, well, he's 22, he's available for not a lot of money, he's Brazilian, he's definitely got a good future in the game, he's looking impressive, he's working well under Tenhard, he's scoring goals, but his assists are great as well. You know, he's a good quality youngster. Maybe he's not the most clinical, but he's only 22. This is it, he's 22 years of age, so give him a bit of time and he will develop pretty well, I'm sure. And he's also available for not a lot. There's that connection there. So because of that Ajax connection, I think it's quite realistic we could sign him. Plus, we're lacking in those areas. We could do with signing a wide player. So, yeah, Anthony's going to be on the list as well, guys. I mean, you know, it's really pretty much it. I mean, Boubacar Kamara's also been linked with us today. Aston Villa apparently have reportedly stepped up the interest in him. And because of that, it's alerted Manchester United to Boubacar Kamara again, who's a 22-year-old defensive midfielder. Hey, look, I don't know if he was linked to us previously. I don't know if Ten Hag's got him in his plans. I very much doubt it based on who else is needed, who else is available. But as I say, if it gets to the situation where United are looking to strengthen all areas of the team, but we don't have the budget because we spent 40 million on this guy, 40 million on that guy, 40 million on this guy, 50 million on another guy, and all the money's gone, then, well, he's going to have to do some frugal signers as well and try and sign some players, 10 million here, 15 million there, some stuff like that to try and strengthen the whole team. So because of that, I think it is quite likely that we do see maybe one or two surprise signings as well, like some of these youngsters or some players such as like Kamara, as we just discussed there, who might be able to really take the step up. He's not someone that was necessarily linked to Tenhard, but he has been linked to Manchester United previously. Of course, there's going to be a short list of players that are being discussed about behind the scenes with Tenhard and the recruitment team, and I'm sure he's on that list. Thank you, Rushman, who says, let's get 200 likes. Thank you so much. And Vincent Bullis says, we've got 169 likes. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, and let's have a cheeky little bacon brigade. Like Spike. Do smash that button on the video. If you haven't done so, drop a cheeky little like on it. You know it makes sense. You know it makes sense. Please do smash that like on it and hit the subscribe button if you're new. Get yourself involved with the channel. This channel is a no bullshit, no clickbait, Manchester United fan channel, essentially. So if you enjoy what you see, if you're having fun around here, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe. We're on here every day giving you all the latest United news with this awesome community of legends as well who always get in and have their say too. Oh, nice one, Takashi. You sent me the bet on Twitter, so none of us forget. Let's have a look at these terms and see if it's agreed. So, all right, mate, $200 bet, double the stats of this season for Rashford, putting it here so we don't forget. Okay, nice one. Thank you so much. That's awesome, mate. Double the stats of this season up until this point, right? Don't be counting the last 3 games of the season when he scores 10 goals, mate. That's out of order, mate. That's the Tenhard effect, mate, with him coming in. I'm talking about up until now, right? Let's get the assisted goals in the chat, on the bet, not just double the goals, mate. That's what it was. That was the agreement. Anyway, Mark Harris has got a $10 super chat in here. Thank you so much. He says $1,000 wager. This is getting ridiculous. $1,000 wager. Rashford will spend more time on the bench or leave Man United in 22-23 season. Plus loser has to wear an Arsenal shirt. $1,000 wager. Rashford will spend more time on the bench or leave United in the season. I mean, I feel like I should take that bet, mate. You're saying that most of the time he's not going to play, and you're saying that he will leave. I personally think most of the time he will play, and I personally think he won't leave. So maybe I take that bet, Mark Harris. Please send it to me in writing, like Takashi has done. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, news updates. So thank you, Rushmano. I'll get into those shortly, man. I'm just going to finish what I'm covering here, and then I will get into that. Absolutely. Thank you so much, bud. Look out. Thank you for the £5 super chat, man. He says, sounds like Erik Tenharg is going to join Kick-Ass Take Names and give a number of Stone Cold Stunners. Oh, give me a hell yeah in the live chat. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold Erik Tenharg said so. What? Yeah, that's right. He looks like him. He's going to get the old leather jacket on, mate. Oh, Stone Cold's going in there raw. That's what we need. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your super chat. Look out. Right, guys. Okay, just a couple of little things I want to cover very quickly, and then we're going to get into some of these latest updates that are coming in. So very quickly, guys. Okay, so we've covered all that stuff. Yeah. We're going to sign players. Tenharg's list of players, transfer targets. Well, we've just gone over them all, essentially. His own personal ones that he's got from Ajax there. Yeah, there's players like, well, David Neres, who's been linked with it, who's played for him previously, who's not there at the moment, but he's been linked with United previously. There's Anthony, who's currently there, who's been linked with United. There's Gravenberch, who's linked with a move to Bayern, but could also maybe be linked with United. There's Timber, who's been linked with United. Daley Blind. I'll take Daley Blind back, mate. We could do a lot worse than Daley, I tell you. But anyway, so he's 32 now, though. We don't want to sign Daley. There's no point. We just say we could do a lot worse. Okay, so Cristiano Ronaldo posted on social media, and he thanked Anfield for respect shown, for them applauding at the 7th minute. Which obviously was a nice touch, and he said, me and my family will never forget this moment of respect and compassion. One world, one sport, one global family. Thanks, Anfield. Mad respect there. Let's get some love hearts in the live chat there. Much love to Cristiano Ronaldo. He's obviously back at training now as well. He's had a terrible loss recently, and we all support him. We hope that he can get back to helping the team, but most importantly, we just want him and his family to be, healed. Okay, guys, Harry Maguire, Manchester defender, receives bomb threat and police sweep his home for explosives. You what? Who's seen this, guys? Cheshire police have conducted a sweep at Harry Maguire's house after the United and England defender received a bomb threat by email. A spokesman for Maguire said in the last 24 hours, Harry received a serious threat to his family home. The safety of his family and those around him is obviously Harry's number one priority. The spokesman added he will continue to prepare for this weekend's fixture as normal, and we will not be commenting in any further detail at this time. The 29-year-old spokesman also said that police were looking into the matter. It's not known who made the threat, and sources are not willing to say how it was made, but we did hear that maybe there was an email received at some point as well. And on Wednesday, Cheshire police were called to reports of a bomb threat at an address in the Wilmslow area. No evacuations took place, but as a precautionary measure, a police explosive dog had attended the address this afternoon, Thursday, 21st of April, to conduct a search of the gardens and surrounding area. I think this is wrong, guys, to be honest. I think this is wrong. I personally think this is wrong. I think there's a mistake being made here. I think the police were called and somebody said to them, hey, there's a bum at Harry Maguire's house. Not a bomb. I think they were trying to just say there's an actual fucking bum at his house. And it's Harry Maguire. I'm just kidding. No. No, listen, this is unacceptable. Whichever way you look at it, people are fucking absolutely mental in the head. Even if it's just a hoax, obviously, I don't think anybody has put a bomb there, right? I think it's just a threat of a bomb. There's nothing that can justify this. But maybe it was just cross wires. Somebody said that there's an absolute bum going on at his house there. But no. Listen, it's not, there's nothing to excuse that, man. I mean, that's just a cold, horrible threat. There's nothing fun about that. That's his family home. That's a human, talking about endangering human life here. So it's not cool, man. It's really, really not cool. I don't think there was an actual bomb, but I think there was a threat. The threat of it alone is just unacceptable. Yeah, the Saint says ridiculous. That's fucked pig, says Michael Myers. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely fucked up, isn't it? There's nothing. He doesn't deserve that. I mean, my thoughts on Harry Maguire. Listen, he's probably a decent bloke. If you met him on a beach in Mykonos, you might like to have a cheeky little test tube shot with him. He's all right, mate. He's just a shit player for Manchester United, that's all. He definitely doesn't deserve bombs at his house, though. But yeah, he is a bum at home, though, Lewis Hamilton, yeah. But he absolutely does not deserve that, man. It has been all over the news, Real Killers, yeah, absolutely. That's been all over the news since this afternoon. He's been left shocked, though. That's what we've heard. He's been left shocked after receiving a bomb threat. Cheshire police with sniffer dogs were sent to the mansion where Maguire lives. So I would imagine that sort of thing would rattle you. I mean, imagine if you had an email that says there's a bomb in your garden, mate, enjoy. It wouldn't be very nice no matter who you are. And then, of course, what you've got to do, where you've got to treat it as a serious threat, especially if you're somebody like Harry Maguire who's in the public eye and who's receiving a lot of negativity. So, you know what? I mean, let's just get some love hearts in the live chat for Harry Maguire, because that ain't nice, guys. That ain't nice. And like I said, he's a nice enough fellow. He's just not a good enough player for Manchester United. He's not a leader. He doesn't have the heart, and he should be sold. But he certainly shouldn't be receiving bomb threats. That's just ridiculous. So much love to Slabby. But you know what? You could be right there, Takashi. Maybe it's a PR stunt. Maybe it's a sympathy stunt. I like your style and I like your moves. Look at that. We're getting love hearts in the live chat. You know what? Forget it. Let's get pieces of shit in the live chat. I'm just joking. But you're right, though. That's it. I've seen stranger things than a PR stunt trying to get sympathy for Maguire, suggesting there's a bomb threat, my son. So you're absolutely spot on. You just don't know. You just don't know. This, what a great way of getting people feeling sorry for Maguire, though. Just saying. Give him a year to recover, says Madhouse. Would I take Sergio Ramos? PSG said he's not in their plans. I mean, I would not actually, FX Go, because he wants a lot of money. And also, he's old, mate. He's old now. He would still be quite decent, though, alongside Rafael Varane. Of course, they've got that understanding of playing together for a long time. But no, I just wouldn't. I don't think we should go down that road. I mean, how old is he now? Is he not like 36 or something, mate? I suppose, in this day and age, he's 36. I suppose, though, you remember Laurent Blanc at Man United for his cheeky season. Maybe it could just plug the hole. But now I wouldn't take Sergio Ramos at this moment. No, we need to go for younger, hungrier type players, in my opinion. Right, okay, so it's also been suggested that Paul Pogba will leave Manchester United at the end of the season when his contract expires. Hashtag Pogba out. That's just more information that's regularly coming in. Looks like that's going to happen. Erik Bailly has also replied to Manchester United's post on Instagram, where somebody commented and said, start Erik Bailly and Varane. And Erik Bailly replied to this comment and said, please, praying hands. You know what I mean? That's a bit sad, isn't it? That's a bit sad when Erik Bailly has to resort to Instagram to beg for a place in the team. And you know what? He should get a place in the team. Who else are we going to play? Maguire? Who else are we going to play, guys? He might as well give Bailly a game. Don't really understand why he's not featured at all recently under Rangnick since he's come back from the with the Ivory Coast for Africa Cup of Nations. Since then, he's just been like surplus, it seems. It's a bit of a shame, really, because I think he's better than Slabby Maguire. But anyway, he's been posting on Instagram saying, please let me play. You know? He is always injured, Jonathan Gallagher, that's true. But at least he's not always shit. But he is a sick note, like you say, Mark Harris. We are Banter FC, says Palmeiras. Bailey's getting desperate, says Rushmano. Yeah, he is. That's it. So, but then again, there might be a chance for Bailey next season here, still at the club. Look, Tenhard's going to come in and he will assess the side. I think he's going to want to sign a centre-back because I think he can see that none of them are all that good. But he might just keep a Bailey around as a backup, as a squad player, as a rotationary player, or give him a chance to prove himself. Or he could just be sold. I personally thought he was going. I believe he will go in this summer transfer market. I believe he will be sold. But he might not be. Okay, also, Rafael Varane is back in Manchester United training ahead of the Arsenal match. Come on. So, Rafael Varane returned to training ahead of the Saturday's key Premier League clash against Arsenal Holdings at the Emirates, which is good for us. Hopefully, he's going to be playing. Maybe he won't be quite fit to play, but it's good that he's back in training anyway. Hashtag get well soon, Varane. Let's be having you. And then finally, we've also just got some updates here from Rushmano. Thank you so much. Let me get into the live updates from this evening, you absolute don. So this is an update we've got as well. Erik Tenharg, Man United believe Erik Tenharg will be able to nurture the raw talents that we've got, the youngsters at the club, such as Hannibal, Garnacho, Anthony Elanga, etc. Which I think that that's fair to say based on what he's done at Ajax and the development of players there. Darren Fletcher's been assisting Rangnick on match days, but has been told not to shout out instructions at the players also. This is a report that's been going. Rangnick said, look, shut up, Darren. So he's obviously been helping out, but he's like, apparently Rangnick's got the hump about some of the instructions that he's been shouting on the sidelines. Sit down, Darren. I don't really understand that, why he's there anyway, in all fairness, in the technical area, shouting stuff. It's like, hang on, mate, I thought you were like working upstairs, mate, doing paperwork now. Don't really understand all that, but hey. Bruno Fernandes, Rafael and De Gea are viewed as world-class players around whom the team can be built. Manchester United also believe that Erik Tenhard will be able to nurture the youngsters that we just talked about there as well. So, yeah, I'd agree with that. I think if you look at De Gea, what he's done, it's a fantastic player. De Gea has also come out and said some positive words about the appointment of Tenhard, and just basically said that, you know, he's happy. He's happy to see what Tenhard, how Tenhard can help the team and all that kind of stuff. And he's welcomed it with open arms. So, yeah, De Gea is one of those players that I guess could be sent on his way by Tenhard, but I very much doubt it. He's a club hero. I think De Gea would be better off sticking around at United for the time being, and we should keep him. So De Gea could start the core to have the team built around. Then you need a centre-back, which, Varane's a quality player. You do need a midfielder. We need to sign an actual quality midfielder. Ronaldo's the Don up top. But there you go, a few players that we could build the team around. Varane, De Gea, and Bruno. Mitchell Vanderbik is close to agreeing a deal to take on the assistant manager role at Manchester United as well. It remains to be seen whether Steve McLaren will join. Erik Ramsey, the first team coach, is also set to stay, partly due to his ability to speak Spanish and French. That's also a report that came out this evening. Thank you so much for that one, Rushmano. And also, we've got a report about the amount of money that's involved with Tenhard's contract. And different outlets reporting that Tenhard's 4-year deal will earn him close to £30 million, double his Ajax deal. So big money deal here for Tenhard for this appointment. Guys, I'm going to get into the live chat now. Crikey, is that the time? Fucking hell, man. I'm going to get into the live chat now real quick for 5 minutes. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Let's discuss whatever you want to discuss now, what we've covered in this video, any information you want to say, or, just let us know now. We're going to have a 5-minute Q&A. Do drop a like on the video. Let's get 200 likes. Hit the subscribe. Get yourself involved now. Let's be having you. That's the video there, though, guys, pretty much. Let's have a Q&A now, though, and you're all a bunch of legends. Michael Myers with another super chat. He says, have decided, if you're happy to do it, Pig, if you can set up a fund to donate money from the Peeps for children's cancer research, we raise a nice amount, we'll get the Flying Pig United logo tattooed. Nice, so you'll get a tattoo. You'll get a logo tattooed on you if we can raise money. Hey, fair play. Well, yeah, I usually do a donation stream, a charity stream once a month, Michael Myers, mate. We haven't done this one this month yet, so I'll probably just do one at the start of May. But you know what, Michael Myers? I like your style. Well, we'll do a charity stream at the start of May, probably, Michael. So I'll talk to you about that closer to the time. That sounds good to me, though. If you want to get a Flying Pig United tattoo on you, then more for you, mate. I mean, especially if you're a Liverpool fan. Legend. I'm good, thank you, Naz786. How's you, man? Lukaku's a flop, not Varane, says Mark Wallace. I'm all right, Naz786. Not too bad, my man. Not too bad. Okay, got to give this a refresh. But yeah, man, we're going to do a charity stream soon, so I'll keep you posted on that one. Pedram Paragomi as well. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Takashi, he is, yeah, but no good being world-class on the six as the Saint. Really good point. So you cannot rely on Raphael Varane to be your main guy at the back because he's just never fit and available, is he? That's the problem. Fletcher interviewed Ralph for the job and he's on the touchline with him, says Palmerius. Precisely. Yeah, there you go. I understand it. And plus, he's the link from, the United sort of, the current regime, and obviously Rangnick was coming in. He doesn't really know how things work or necessarily language-wise. His English is very good, actually. But you know what I mean? Like, Fletcher's just there shouting. But at the same time, I just didn't really understand that. Sit down, Fletcher. Of course I do, Adze, remember you. What's going on, mate? Get in there. Vincent Bullock says, what about the Arsenal fan Lewis Hamilton trying to buy Chelsea Football Club with Sabrina Williams and 3 other celebs, and Lewis is in 10 million to buy Chelsea? Is that true? I haven't really heard anything about that, mate. Is that true? That's fucking hilarious. Jarvis Cocker, decent shout. Patrick Schick is classmate, says to Playmaker. Playmaker thinks Patrick Schick would be the one. BSOD says Ajax rejects. Hey, Amida Red, what's going on, bro? He says, no, that's not the time, Pig. It's just 5 past De Gea, nearly 10 past De Gea. You what? Just wondering, are you doing FIFA tonight? I am, Jamie Todd. Yeah, I'm doing FIFA this evening. Absolutely, mate. We'll be getting in there raw, lad. Big time. Now we're going to smash up Arsenal on Saturday, mate. Don't worry. What a flog coming on here with that, says Michael Myers. Hey, best off just to ignore, my friend. Matthias Cruz says, buying 1% of Chelsea. Great, boring story. Yeah, it's all over Sky Sports News. Let's have a look at it then, mate. Thank you very much, dude. Maybe I missed that today. But to be honest, I don't really give a shit about Chelsea. That's probably why I missed it. But there you go. I haven't heard much about it, boss. Hamilton and Williams joined Broughton bid for Chelsea. He's an Arsenal scummer, is he? That's fucking hilarious. So Martin Broughton is leading one of the 3 remaining bids for Chelsea after Roman Abramovich put the club up for sale. Quite interesting, man. That's quite interesting. We'll see if that happens. But if he's an Arsenal fan, and he's putting a bid in to buy Chelsea. I mean, what the fuck, mate? That's absolute shithousery at its finest, isn't it? Fuck, you know. So the Saints is controversial. I think De Gea will be out under Tenhard, Piggy. Maybe, but I think Tenhard would be a fool to do that personally. De Gea's De Gea's our best player. Literally. Why would we get rid of him? Just because he might stylistically maybe not be the best for Ten Hag's style, but we don't know that he won't be at this moment just yet. Depends what he wants to do at United. You don't want any Ajax rejects, says Jonathan Gallagher. We already have Donnie Vanderbik, says Jonathan Gallagher. That's a little bit negative, though, isn't it? Come on, there's going to be obviously good players at Ajax. They're not going to be Ajax's rejects either. They're going to be Ajax players who, you know, we want to get, who are probably the best players that a lot of the teams want to get. So I don't know about that, Jonathan, lad. Michael Myers, thank you for a $2 Aussie Dozzy dollar super chat. Cheeky don't know to Mark Harris's profile fund. Nice one, Mark Harris. He's going to need a little bit more than that, I think. But hey, fair play. Hey, I don't know what sort of class of lady he's after, though. Maybe that's enough. Kerry Smart, thank you so much, Michael. Kerry Smart says, where do you think Bale will go? Cardiff? Imagine if Bale went to Cardiff. I think so, though, yeah. I actually do think so, yeah. But at the same time, man, probably not, because, well, can they even afford Gareth Bale? If he goes there, it'll be for a full-on passion project, right? And just to play on those Welsh golf courses. I can't see he's really going to... I guess so. I mean, how much money could he command these days, though? Not as much, nowhere near as much. I can't see it, mate, but hey, maybe. If he does, it's a passion project and fair play to him, you know. He hasn't even had a chance yet, says Papa Stores. How is he a reject? It's a fair point. He's not really had a full-on run in the side yet. Alfred63, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button, mate. Welcome aboard. If you're new, hit the subscribe just like Alfred's done right there. Nice one. Rushmano says, can we get 200 likes? How many are we on? Hey, we're only 3 likes away from 200. You know it makes sense. Yeah, we're doing FIFA tonight, Geordie Heaton. Give me about half an hour or so and I'll be on. Yeah, we do need a big clear out, Rudy back, big clear out. 7 or 8 players hopefully going this summer, maybe even 10. Bale, Tenharg. Sorry, Bale, agency model is next move, says Rajet Valacia. Bale to Newcastle. Yeah, I could see that, Drew. I could see that. Bale would be a free, says Mark Hollis. Yeah, but he wouldn't be free on the wages, mate. His wages would be absolutely massive. Surely he would want paying huge wages and a signing on fee too. Unless he's literally going to Cardiff just for the passion. I just can't see that happen. I would imagine, yeah, he would go to a club like Newcastle more, or just some sort of desperate club, rather than Cardiff. Hello there, Amit Kumar. What's going on, bro? Maguire will still start next year, says Asad Khalid. I don't think so. I think he's going to go. If I tell you this, though, if Tenhard comes in and just keeps slabby with the captaincy, he's going to go down several notches and estimations in my book. I've got him at pretty high esteem right now, Tenhard, with a lot of hopeful ambition. But if he comes in and just keeps with Maguire as captain, that's it. He's shit the bed, mate, already. Beauty from Pain 23. How you doing? Anyone seen Burber? Yeah, he was in here earlier on. What's going on, Beauty from Pain 23? How you doing tonight? Bale will go to Inter Miami. He'd get great money, and Florida has some banging golf courses, apparently, says Chuffed. Good shout. Yeah, he could get good money in the MLS as well. Hey, we got 200 likes on the stream. Get in there, my son. Papa Stores, he's hardly had a chance for Everton either. Donnie's too good for Everton, says the Saint. He's hardly had a chance for Everton, yeah. Donnie to Arsenal, says Mark Coughlin. Let him go to the Newcastle Hull, says Mark Wallace. Matthias says Maguire out. FX Goat says possibly back to Spurs. I don't think they'd even necessarily want him right now, though. He's sort of over the hill and far away now a little bit, man. He's still great, but injury prone, too much. I don't know if they would. I think Donnie's classy will be a star, says the Saint. Let's hope you're right. I think he'll definitely get given a chance by Tenhard. Patrick Schick will be a good sign, says Naz786. Yeah, a couple of people have said that this evening. Yeah, Lynette Giggs, so good to finally get in Tenhard, isn't it? I agree. Great news. Lynette Giggs, fantastic to have you in here, and thanks for your opinion there. Chrissy J says, have been watching in the background. Hope he gets backed and they can go for Rangnick recommendations. Tenhard has a chance. Definitely, Chrissy. They need to back the guy, give him full investment and freedom as well. He's got to be allowed to shape the team. It shouldn't be a case of, oh, I want to go and buy this player. They say, yeah, you know what, though? This option's more commercially viable for us because we make more money off this signing. It shouldn't be about that. I hope he's got full freedoms. Real Killers 11 says, Pig, what if all the ex-Man United legends and Sir Alex put all their money together and bought a part of United? That's the best thing that could possibly happen, mate, I think, other than fan ownership. Yeah, sure, Donnie would do well under Tenhard, says Beauty from Pain. I think so too. How could he not? How could he not? He'd definitely do better. No, Gungshi. Mark Harris, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. It says cheeky donation for first ETG Shat the Bed Fund. Okay, fair enough, mate. Thank you so much there, Mark Harris, for your super chat, mate. Not too sure what that means. First ETG. Erik Tenharg, shit the bed fire. I don't know, mate. Does that supposed to say ETH? And there's supposed to be a space? Either way, please be careful with your typing, Mark Harris. Put the bourbon down, lad. Playmaker says, strikers I believe Man United should be looking at Amin Ghouri, Patrick Schick, Giacomo Raspadori and Darwin Nunes. No more big name players with big egos. Spot on, Playmaker. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, we should look to create, go and find the next star rather than go and buy a current star, or if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm doing Foot Champs tonight, Luke Rogers, indeed. You're on Captain Morgan, nice one, the Saint. When will Tenharg fly to Manchester? Matthias Cruz, it won't be for a while, mate. He's going to finish his commitments over there in the Eredivisie. He's got to finish the season, and then he will start after the season's finished. So we'll keep that to date, though. Nice one, Luke Rogers. Guys, we better wrap this video up, actually, because I've just seen the time, and we've been waffling on a little bit. But thank you, everyone who's got in the live chat. Thank you, Rushmano says, catch you tomorrow, guys. Have a great night, Rushmano. Mark Harris, the Cape Cadet, Rajat Valacia, Luke Rogers, everyone. I really, really appreciate all of you guys getting in here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Michael Myers, for another super chat. Cheeky dono for Pig Schlong extension project. Michael Myers, a fair play, my son. We could always do with another inch or two, couldn't we? Michael, thank you very much, Michael, for that. Thank you, Jarvis Cocker. Mark Harris, hey Jarvis, please come back afterwards and get your thoughts and opinions such as this and players who we should sign in the not live comment section after it's finished. Please come back and comment with your thoughts as who we should sign. Who would you like to see Erik Tenhard go out there and bring in this summer? Amida Red, you too, I can see your list. Come back and bring your list into the not live comment section so I can respond and everybody else can afterwards as well. Joe Pringle, James Bowering, Matthias Cruz, Gungshi, James Bowering, your legend. Hope you're good, man. Luan France just got home. What did I miss? You're going to have to go back and watch it, I'm afraid, Luan, because we're just wrapping things up. But great to see you, though. Please do watch the stream from the start. The Vootinator, Luan, Vooti, Mark, Naz, Dizzy, Chrissy, Playmaker, Mark, Lynette, Rajat, Luke Rogers, Gungshi, your legend. Thank you, Gungshi. Thank you, Mark Harris. Thank you, The Saint, Big God Bob, Papa Stars, Rushmano. Let's get a Sue in the live chat to end on. Let's get a hashtag ETH. And hopefully we see a new era at United where this guy brings about a new great style and hopefully some positivity in the years to come. I'm not expecting anything overnight. Either way, this should be a very busy transfer window for Man United, both in terms of players going out and players coming in. So we should be having quite a lot of business to discuss this summer. Make sure you keep yourself involved with the channel by smashing the like, smashing the subscribe, clicking the bell icon so you get notified when we post and go live as well. And also check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com, to read your United news and follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. We'll bring you all the latest goings on at United in regards to who could be leaving, who could be going and coming in. So make sure you click that little bell emoji so you get notifications. Nice one, dudes. Thank you, guys. I'll be back in a bit then. Vincent, Vooti, Jonathan, Rushmano, all the mods, all the members, all the legends, and the chatters in the chat as well. Thank you all for watching. And just appreciate you getting your thoughts in, guys. Do come back after it's finished. Get your opinions in. I want to hear your top 5 list. Come back when this is finished and get in the not live comments with your top 5 list of players you would like to see Erik Tenhard sign in this transfer window. Back in half an hour, guys, for the FIFA action. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back then. Thank you for tuning in, guys. That's it from me. Have a good one. And come on, United!